You've been hidden, overlooked, underestimated, but heaven was preserving you, not punishing you. God has been crafting your story with intentional care, shielding you for a greater revelation. Every moment of obscurity was part of His divine strategy to prepare you for what's ahead. Now, it's time to step out of the shadows and embrace the fullness of your calling. You were never meant to stay small. God's blueprint for you is vast and extraordinary. Remember, your hidden seasons were seasons of growth, not rejection. Heaven's preservation means you're ready to walk boldly into your purpose. Don't doubt the delays. They were divine setups for your success. Your life is a masterpiece in the making, designed by the Creator Himself. Shake off the feelings of being overlooked, for God sees your full potential. Underestimation from others only highlights the surprise God has in store. You're walking in God's full blueprint now, where every detail aligns perfectly. You've questioned why your path feels so rocky, but that's where faith begins to shine. Those unanswered prayers were not ignored. They were being answered in God's timing. Self-doubt has tried to creep in, but it's time to silence those lies. Life's challenges are not punishments, they're invitations to deeper trust. In your confusion, remember that God is turning trials into triumphs. Every battle you've faced has built your strength for the journey ahead. Don't let hardships define you, let them refine you for God's plan. Your story of struggle is just the prelude to an incredible victory. Now the hidden truth emerges. Hardships are God's refining fire. What felt like random suffering was actually divine preparation for your blueprint. God has been shaping you, molding you into a vessel of extraordinary purpose. Every trial was intentional, designed to bring out the best in you. See your past not as pain, but as God's loving craftsmanship. The difficulties were not in vain, they were steps toward your destiny. In God's eyes, every struggle has a purpose leading to your ultimate fulfillment. Embrace this truth. You're being prepared for something magnificent. Your uniqueness is evident in every aspect of your life. You're not like the crowd, you carry a divine spark that sets you apart. God's blueprint within you makes you one of a kind, irreplaceable. Celebrate your differences, for they are gifts from heaven. In a world of ordinary, you are extraordinary because of God's design. Your talents and quirks are threads in God's perfect tapestry. Stand tall in your individuality. It's what makes you powerful. No one else can fulfill your role in God's plan. Your uniqueness is your strength, drawing you closer to your destiny. Affirm your chosen status. You are set apart by God for a special purpose. You weren't forgotten. God intentionally selected you as His vessel. Walk boldly, knowing you're part of His grand design. Isolation is an illusion. You're surrounded by divine favor. God's choice for you means you're equipped for every challenge. Embrace being set apart. It's a badge of honor from heaven. Your chosen status empowers you to live without fear. In God's blueprint, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Now insert this core message. Don't shrink from your calling. You're walking in God's full blueprint now, where strength and provision await. Every step you take aligns with His promises of unstoppable destiny. Don't shrink, rise up and claim the life He designed for you. His blueprint is active in you, turning dreams into reality. Feel the empowerment as you step into this truth today. God's promises are not distant, they're manifesting in your life now. Don't shrink, let His blueprint guide your every decision. You sense the shift beginning as the Holy Spirit awakens your spirit. Confusion is fading, replaced by clear direction from God. That pull in your heart is God's blueprint coming alive. Recognize the changes. Your faith is transforming into action. The Holy Spirit is guiding you, turning uncertainty into confidence. Feel the awakening. God's plan is unfolding before your eyes. This shift is real. Embrace it and move forward with assurance. Opposition may arise, but it's not a sign of defeat. The enemy tries to silence you with doubts and distractions. These attacks come because your blueprint threatens the darkness. Don't be intimidated. Your faith is stronger than any resistance. Every obstacle is a test that reveals your inner strength. Push back against the doubts. God's power is on your side. The forces against you only prove how significant you are. Stand firm. Your blueprint is protected by divine authority. It's time to awaken and stop holding back. Challenge yourself to step boldly into God's full blueprint. Claim your destiny. Don't let fear dictate your path. Stop shrinking and start embracing the adventure ahead. Your moment is now. Rise up and walk in confidence. Let go of hesitation. God's plan is waiting for you. Awaken your spirit and pursue the purpose He has for you. Declare your power. You are equipped by God's blueprint. You don't need permission from anyone else to rise. His power makes you unstoppable in His will. Stand tall, knowing you're backed by divine strength. Your authority comes from God, making you a force for good. Embrace this power. It's your inheritance as His chosen one. No challenge can overcome you when you're in His blueprint. Repeat your identity. You are God's chosen one. Walking in His full blueprint means living in greatness. The world will see your transformation because He designed you for it. Echo this truth. You're not ordinary, you're extraordinary in Him. Circle back to your roots. God selected you from the beginning. Your identity is secure. It's rooted in His eternal plan. As you walk in this blueprint, watch how your life unfolds. End with a spiritual call to action. Respond to this truth now. If your spirit resonates, don't ignore the call. Step into God's blueprint today and experience His fullness. Your divine moment is here. Answer His invitation. Take action, pray, reflect, and move forward in faith. Share this message with others who need to hear it. Let this be the start of your bold, purpose-filled journey. Commit to walking in God's plan without shrinking back. Remember, heaven is cheering you on every step. Your blueprint is not just for you, it's for the world. Seize this opportunity to live out your divine destiny. Don't wait, embrace the empowerment God offers today. As you step forward, feel the peace and joy of His presence. This is your time to shine in the light of His blueprint. Keep this truth close. You're preserved for a purpose greater than you know. Walk boldly now, for God's full blueprint is your reality. God never wastes pain. It's the forge where your divine blueprint is refined and strengthened. There comes a time when shadows of doubt must yield to the light of your eternal calling. Every trial you face is a thread in God's masterful design, weaving purpose into your story. You were etched in heaven's blueprint long before earthly struggles tried to erase your worth. The Spirit whispers truths that dismantle the lies holding you back from your full destiny. In the quiet moments, recognize that God's blueprint equips you for battles unseen. Hardships are not roadblocks, but stepping stones toward the grandeur of your divine path. Your uniqueness is a sacred imprint, designed to illuminate paths others dare not tread. Embrace the fire of challenges, for they polish the gem God placed within your soul. God's blueprint unfolds like a hidden map, revealing treasures in the midst of turmoil. No storm can alter the course He set for you. It's etched in the stars of His promise. Rise from the ashes of uncertainty, for your spirit is reborn in God's unyielding plan. The enemy's whispers fade against the roar of your God-given authority. You carry a blueprint of resilience, forged in the crucible of faithful endurance. Let go of self-doubt, for God's vision sees you as a masterpiece in progress. Every setback is a setup for a comeback, orchestrated by divine hands. Your journey is a symphony, with each note played by the conductor of creation. In God's eyes, your flaws are features of a design too profound for human understanding. Step boldly, for the blueprint within you echoes with the power of eternal truths. Hardships refine your character, aligning it with the essence of your heavenly mandate. The path may twist, but it leads unerringly to the fulfillment of your sacred role. You are not a random creation. Every detail of your life serves a greater divine narrative. God's blueprint ignites a fire in your spirit, burning away the chaff of hesitation. Amid life's chaos, hold fast to the anchor of your predestined purpose. Your struggles are the soil where seeds of greatness take root and flourish. Divine wisdom flows through you, turning obstacles into opportunities for triumph. Reject the chains of fear, for your blueprint is a key to unlocked doors of destiny. In moments of weakness, remember that God's strength perfects your blueprint. Your story is intertwined with heaven's story, a tapestry of redemption and victory. The blueprint calls you to rise, transforming whispers of doubt into shouts of faith. Every breath is a testament to God's intentional design for your life. Hardships are invitations to deeper faith, revealing layers of your divine blueprint. You stand at the threshold of purpose, where God's plan eclipses all human limitations. The Spirit's guidance is your compass, steering you through the fog of uncertainty. Embrace your uniqueness, for it is the signature of God's creative genius. No force can diminish the blueprint etched upon your soul by the Creator. Trials are the chisel that sculpts your potential into God's envisioned form. Your divine path is illuminated, beckoning you to walk without shrinking back. God's promises are the foundation upon which your blueprint is securely built. In the silence, hear the call of your blueprint, urging you toward fearless pursuit. Every challenge faced is a chapter in the epic of your spiritual awakening. You are a vessel of light, carrying God's blueprint to dispel surrounding darkness. The blueprint within you pulses with life, demanding to be lived out fully. Hardships forge alliances with heaven, strengthening your resolve for the journey ahead. Your identity in God is unshakable, a blueprint that outlasts earthly trials. Step into the fullness of your design, where faith overrides fleeting fears. God's handiwork in you is evident, a blueprint of hope amidst despair. The path of purpose is yours to claim, illuminated by divine revelation. In God's economy, no pain is purposeless. It's integral to your blueprint's beauty. Your spirit resonates with heaven's frequency, tuning out the noise of doubt. Embrace the blueprint's call, for it leads to realms of influence and impact. Hardships are the winds that propel you toward your destined shores. You are crafted for significance, a blueprint that defies ordinary expectations. The divine spark in you ignites, fueling the fire of your God-ordained mission. Reject complacency, for your blueprint demands active engagement and bold steps. God's blueprint is a living document, evolving as you yield to His guidance. In the face of opposition, stand firm. Your blueprint is your shield. Every moment is a brushstroke in the masterpiece God paints through your life. Your uniqueness is a beacon, drawing others into the light of divine purpose. Hardships reveal hidden strengths, aspects of your blueprint waiting to emerge. The Spirit awakens within, aligning your heart with the rhythm of God's plan. You are not alone. The blueprint connects you to a legacy of faithful warriors. Divine purpose flows through your veins, empowering you to transcend limitations. In God's timing, your blueprint unfolds, revealing wonders beyond imagination. Hardships are the forge where your faith is tempered for greater exploits. Your blueprint is a call to adventure, inviting you to explore uncharted territories. Embrace the unknown, for God's blueprint turns mysteries into milestones. The enemy's tactics falter against the fortress of your divine design. You carry the essence of eternity, a blueprint that echoes through generations. Hardships are the catalysts that propel you into the fullness of your calling. God's voice resonates in your spirit, affirming the blueprint He authored for you. Step forward with conviction, for your blueprint is validated by heaven. In the tapestry of life, your thread is golden, woven with intentional precision. Your uniqueness is a gift, designed to fulfill needs only you can meet. Hardships refine your vision, sharpening your focus on God's eternal perspective. The blueprint within you is alive, pulsating with the energy of divine possibility. Reject the shadows of doubt, for your light is meant to shine undimmed. God's plan for you is impeccable, a blueprint of grace and unyielding strength. In moments of trial, cling to the blueprint. It's your anchor in the storm. Your spirit is attuned to heaven's frequency, decoding the messages of your purpose. Hardships are the soil for growth, nurturing the seeds of your divine destiny. You are a conduit of God's power, channeling the blueprint into tangible reality. The path ahead is clear when viewed through the lens of your sacred design. Embrace the blueprint's demands, for they lead to realms of profound fulfillment. God's craftsmanship in you is evident, a blueprint of resilience and renewal. In the face of adversity, your blueprint rises, unbreakable and resolute. Your uniqueness is a strategic asset placed for such a time as this. Hardships are the forge that tempers your resolve, aligning it with God's will. The Spirit empowers you to live out the blueprint, step by unwavering step. You are not defined by circumstances. Your blueprint defines your true identity. God's promises are the pillars supporting the architecture of your divine plan. In the quiet, the blueprint speaks, guiding you toward your highest calling. Hardships reveal the depth of your roots, grounding you in God's unchanging love. Your spirit awakens to the blueprint, igniting a passion for purposeful living. Embrace the journey, for every step is a revelation of your God-given design. The blueprint is your inheritance, a legacy of victory and eternal significance. In God's hands, your life is a canvas, painted with strokes of divine intention. Hardships are the shadows that highlight the light of your destined path. You carry a blueprint of hope, designed to inspire and uplift those around you. The enemy's schemes dissolve before the authority of your divine blueprint. Your uniqueness is a symphony, composed to harmonize with heaven's orchestra. God's blueprint equips you for every challenge, turning weakness into strength. In the midst of trials, the blueprint emerges, clear and commanding. Hardships are the crucible where your faith is purified for greater glory. You are walking in God's full blueprint now, a declaration of His unwavering faithfulness. Rise up immediately, for God's blueprint is calling you to embrace your divine destiny without delay. Your soul was intricately designed by the Creator, woven into a masterpiece of purpose and power. Do not hesitate. Every moment you wait dims the light of your God-given potential. Recognize that you are not ordinary, but a vessel chosen for extraordinary feats in His plan. Act now as the blueprint unfolds, revealing the strength embedded in your spirit. Your identity in God is unshakable, a foundation built to withstand any storm. Seize this urgent call, for your life is a reflection of His perfect design. The time is now to step forward boldly, claiming the role He has prepared for you. Embrace your calling with purpose, knowing that God's hand guides every step you take. Life's trials have left you questioning your path, feeling lost in a sea of uncertainty. Doubts creep in during tough times, making you wonder if God's plan is truly for you. Moments of confusion arise when prayers seem unanswered, shaking your faith foundation. Hardships test your resolve, forcing you to confront deep-seated fears and insecurities. You faced battles that make you pause, wondering if you're truly on the right road. In the midst of chaos, self-doubt whispers lies, challenging your spiritual journey. These struggles highlight the rocky paths that often accompany a life of faith. Confusion mounts when external pressures try to derail your divine alignment. Yet these hardships are not the end. They are mere chapters in your story of growth. Beneath the surface, Every challenge serves a greater purpose in God's refining process. What seemed like random pain is actually His intentional preparation for your calling. Hardships are not punishments, but tools shaping you into the person He envisioned. God's blueprint reveals that trials are stepping stones to your ultimate destiny. The hidden truth is that suffering builds resilience, aligning you with His greater vision. Every setback is a setup for a comeback, orchestrated by divine wisdom. Your path's difficulties are part of a masterful plan, turning weaknesses into strengths. Recognize that God's refining fire purifies your spirit, readying you for His promises. This revelation shifts your perspective, showing that pain has a profound, holy purpose. You possess qualities that set you apart, like a unique thread in God's grand tapestry. Your individuality shines through, making you irreplaceable in His divine scheme. No one else carries the exact combination of gifts that define your blueprint. Embrace your distinct traits, for they are hallmarks of God's creative genius. Your uniqueness is a beacon, drawing others toward the light of His purpose. Stand out confidently, as your differences are intentional elements of His design. God's blueprint highlights your special abilities, meant to impact the world uniquely. Celebrate what makes you different, for it aligns perfectly with His eternal plan. Your one-of-a-kind essence empowers you to fulfill roles no one else can. You are God's chosen vessel, selected with care for a specific sacred mission. Affirm your status as one set apart, not by chance but by divine appointment. In His eyes, you are irreplaceable, equipped to carry out His will fearlessly. This chosen identity combats isolation, reminding you that you are never alone. God has marked you for greatness, affirming your place in His unfolding story. Embrace the assurance that you were purposefully selected for this journey. Your chosen status brings authority, allowing you to walk boldly in His light. Reaffirm daily that you are His, designed to thrive in the blueprint He authored. This divine selection empowers you to rise above ordinary expectations. Don't shrink, embrace the full blueprint where God's promises ignite your path. Every step you take now aligns with His provision, fueling your unstoppable destiny. Walk boldly in this truth, as God's strength flows through your every decision. Your blueprint is active, transforming ordinary moments into extraordinary victories. Claim this message as your reality, stepping into the fullness of His design today. No more holding back. God's blueprint propels you forward with purpose and power. Feel the surge of His promises, making you resilient in the face of challenges. This pivotal moment declares your freedom to live out His intended plan fully. Stand firm in the knowledge that you are walking in God's complete blueprint now. The shift is evident as the Holy Spirit awakens your inner strength and clarity. You sense a profound change where confusion gives way to divine direction. God's blueprint is unfolding, turning your doubts into unwavering conviction. Internal transformations are occurring, aligning your heart with His eternal purpose. Recognize the pull of the Spirit, guiding you toward your destined path. This awakening brings peace, as God's plan becomes vividly clear in your life. The shift confirms that you are on the verge of breakthrough and fulfillment. Your spirit is stirring, responding to the blueprint that was always meant for you. Embrace this change, for it marks the beginning of your empowered journey. Opposition arises to test your faith, but it cannot diminish your divine blueprint. The enemy deploys distractions, aiming to derail your progress in God's plan. Doubts and fears are planted to challenge your commitment, yet they reveal your strength. External forces try to silence your voice, recognizing the threat of your purpose. Resistance comes as a sign that you are on the right track in His design. These oppositions are mere shadows, powerless against God's protective hand. The darkness fights back because your blueprint carries light that dispels it. Expose these hindrances for what they are, temporary trials in your victory story. Stand against resistance, knowing it only highlights the power of your calling. It's time to awaken fully, casting off the chains that hold you back from God's plan. Challenge yourself to step out boldly, embracing the anti-shrinking mindset. No longer hide in fear, rise and claim the destiny written in your blueprint. Awaken to the urgency of your purpose, moving forward with unyielding faith. Break free from hesitation, for God's blueprint demands your immediate action. This is your moment to ignite the fire within, pursuing His will without restraint. Challenge every doubt, replacing it with the truth of your divine empowerment. Awaken and advance, for shrinking back is not an option in His grand design. Seize this call to action, transforming potential into powerful reality. You hold God-given authority, making you unstoppable in the face of adversity. Declare your power confidently, as His blueprint equips you for every challenge. No external validation is needed. God's strength resides within you fully. This authority empowers you to overcome obstacles with grace and determination. Your blueprint grants you the ability to influence and inspire those around you. Stand tall in this power, knowing that God's will is your ultimate weapon. Embrace the force of His equipping, turning weaknesses into sources of victory. You are fortified by divine power, ready to walk in triumph every day. Reaffirm your identity as God's chosen one, deeply rooted in His blueprint. Circle back to your origins, recognizing the strength of your divine selection. You are marked for greatness, with every aspect of your life aligned to His purpose. This repetition solidifies your status, ensuring it resonates in your core. Echo the truth that you are set apart, walking boldly in His perfect plan. Your identity shines brighter now, illuminating the path ahead with clarity. Return to this affirmation, for it anchors you in times of uncertainty. You embody God's vision, a testament to His unwavering love and design. Respond to this spiritual call, stepping into your blueprint without delay. If your heart stirs with this truth, act on it immediately and embrace the change. Don't overlook this moment. God's invitation is for you to move forward now. Make a commitment today to walk fully in His plan, transforming your life. This call to action urges you to pray, seek, and share your journey with others. Your divine moment is here. Seize it and let God's blueprint guide your steps. End the hesitation, align with His purpose, and experience the fullness of life. Heed this urgent summons, for stepping into God's blueprint will redefine your existence. In the quiet dawn of your soul, God etched His blueprint, a masterpiece waiting to unfold. Picture the divine architect shaping your essence, every fiber woven with purpose and light. Boldly, you stand as a vessel of heaven's design, unshakable in the face of fleeting shadows. Through the storm's fury, His blueprint emerges, a beacon cutting through the darkest night. Envision your spirit rising like ancient mountains, rooted in the promises of eternity. God's handiwork pulses within you, a symphony of grace defying the ordinary world's pull. In poetic whispers, the Creator declares your worth, far beyond human comprehension. Witness the blueprint's glow, illuminating paths once hidden by doubt's heavy veil. Unyielding truth, you are the chosen thread in God's grand tapestry of redemption. Like a river carving canyons, your journey shapes the landscape of divine destiny. Bold proclamation, shrink not, for God's blueprint equips you with unquenchable fire. In the heart's deepest chamber, echoes of heaven affirm your irreplaceable role. See the stars align in your favor, each one a testament to God's precise planning. Poetically, your life dances to the rhythm of sacred blueprints, harmonious and true. Defiantly, you embody God's vision, a warrior cloaked in the armor of faith. Amid trials, the blueprint reveals its strength, turning ashes into fields of gold. Vividly, imagine the Creator's breath animating your steps, purposeful and profound. Spiritual fire ignites within, fueling the blueprint's unstoppable advance. In reflective silence, recognize the divine lines etched upon your soul's canvas. Boldly step forward, for God's blueprint declares victory over every hidden fear. Like a phoenix from embers, you rise into the fullness of your ordained path. Poetic essence, your blueprint is a poem of light, verses written in eternal ink. Unwavering truth, God's design in you shatters chains of self-imposed limits. Envision divine hands molding your story, each chapter rich with heavenly intent. In the blueprint's embrace, weaknesses transform into wellsprings of strength. Bold declaration, you walk in God's full measure, a living testament to His glory. Through poetic reflection, see your struggles as brushstrokes in a masterpiece. Vivid storytelling, once lost in the wilderness, now guided by the North Star of grace. Spiritual awakening, the blueprint awakens, pulsing with the heartbeat of the divine. Defy the shadows, for God's blueprint illuminates your path with unerring light. In quiet revelation, feel the weight of purpose settling upon your shoulders. Boldly, you are the architect's pride, crafted for moments that echo through ages. Poetically, your life flows like a sacred river, nourishing the world with God's plan. Witness the blueprint's power, a fortress against the tempests of doubt. In vivid hues, paint your journey as a triumphant march into promised lands. Unyielding spirit, God's design in you is unbreakable, forged in the fires of faith. Like dawn breaking over horizons, your blueprint heralds a new era of hope. Spiritual truth, you carry the essence of eternity, unshakable and divinely aligned. Envision the blueprint unfolding, each layer revealing treasures of heavenly wisdom. Bold proclamation, shrink not in the face of giants, for God's plan equips you fully. Poetic reflection, your soul is a garden tended by the Master, blooming in season. Through the blueprint's lens, every trial becomes a stepping stone to glory. Vivid narrative, from the depths of uncertainty you emerge as a beacon of light. In divine rhythm, your steps synchronize with the heartbeat of creation. Bold declaration, you are not ordinary, you are the embodiment of God's exquisite design. Spiritual fire, the blueprint ignites passions that propel you into your destiny. Like a compass in the storm, God's plan guides your every turn with precision. Poetically, your life is an ode to resilience, sung by the winds of faith. Unwavering truth, within you lies the power to fulfill God's blueprint completely. Envision the divine blueprint as a map, leading to treasures beyond imagination. Boldly face the unknown, for God's design has already claimed your victory. In reflective moments, trace the lines of purpose etched into your being. Vivid storytelling, once wandering in shadows, now striding in the light of His will. Spiritual awakening, the blueprint stirs, awakening gifts long dormant within. Defy limitations as God's plan elevates you to heights of unparalleled purpose. Poetic essence, your journey is a ballad of triumph composed by heavenly hands. Through the blueprint's clarity, confusion dissolves into paths of radiant truth. Bold proclamation, you walk in God's full blueprint, a force of divine intention. In vivid colors, see your story as a tapestry woven with threads of grace. Unyielding spirit, God's design in you overcomes every obstacle with ease. Like eagles soaring, your blueprint lifts you above the storms of life. Spiritual truth, you are chosen, crafted for a role only you can fulfill. Envision the blueprint's fulfillment, a symphony of blessings cascading forth. Bold declaration, shrink not, for God's power flows through your veins unhindered. Poetic reflection, your soul whispers secrets of eternity, alive in God's plan. Through trials refined, the blueprint shines brighter, revealing hidden strengths. Vivid narrative, from the ashes of doubt, you rise as a pillar of faith. In divine harmony, your life aligns with the cosmos of God's grand design. Boldly embrace the call, for the blueprint marks you as heaven's own. Spiritual fire. Ignite the passions within, fueled by the blueprint's eternal flame. Like a seed breaking soil, your purpose bursts forth in glorious bloom. Poetically, your path is a river of light flowing toward destiny's shore. Unwavering truth. God's blueprint in you is invincible, etched in the stars. Envision the divine plan as a shield, protecting and propelling you forward. Bold proclamation. You are the living proof of God's unyielding commitment. In reflective silence, hear the blueprint's call echoing through your spirit. Vivid storytelling, once chained by fear, now liberated by the light of grace. Spiritual awakening, the blueprint awakens, transforming ordinary moments into miracles. Defy the darkness, for God's design equips you with weapons of light. Poetic essence. Your life is a sonnet of redemption, verses of victory unending. Through the blueprint's wisdom, every step becomes a dance of divine joy. Bold declaration. Shrink not in adversity, for God's plan is your ultimate strength. In vivid detail, see your journey as a conquest, crowned with heavenly rewards. Unyielding spirit. The blueprint fortifies your resolve, making you unbreakable. Like the sun's rise, your purpose dawns, illuminating the world around you. Spiritual truth. You carry God's blueprint, a legacy of power and peace. Envision the fulfillment of His design, a cascade of blessings in your wake. Boldly step into legacy, for the blueprint defines your eternal impact. Poetic reflection. Your soul is a canvas painted with strokes of divine artistry. Through challenges faced, the blueprint reveals its depth, rich and profound. Vivid narrative. From the valleys of trial, you ascend to peaks of triumph. In divine cadence, your life resonates with the music of God's perfect will. Bold proclamation. You are chosen, walking boldly in the blueprint's full glory. Spiritual fire. Let it burn away doubts, leaving only the purity of purpose. Like ancient oaks, your roots in God's plan withstand the fiercest winds. Poetically, your story unfolds as an epic, chapters of faith and fire. Unwavering truth. The blueprint in you is the key to unlocking heaven's gates. Envision the divine path ahead, paved with promises of abundance and joy. Bold declaration. Shrink not, for God's blueprint empowers you beyond measure. In reflective prayer, align your heart with the rhythm of His eternal design. Vivid storytelling, once adrift in uncertainty, now anchored in the harbor of grace. Spiritual awakening. The blueprint stirs anew, calling you to greater heights. Defy the whispers of fear, for God's plan echoes louder in your spirit. Poetic essence. Your life is a melody of hope composed for the ages. Boldly embrace the now, for in God's full blueprint, your destiny is secure.